There I am. I was thinking, where am I? Yo! Hey girl, it's Lady Chann, nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with Chann. Usually it's a date night fight with Chann, whichever the two that you like. This is it. She is I and I am her. What's my mother? Yeah, no swearing because I just keep getting in trouble from YouTube about my swearing. So I've just spoken to one of Michael's team members and he is en route. So bear with. It's all right. We can have a quick little natter, can't we? Okay. Guys, the Done Them Season t-shirt. Retro style t-shirt. Banging. Girls, if you want it as a dress, they come big and they're stretching it because they're American Apparel. So this is a small. I could have sized down on an extra small, made it super tight. But yeah, they're really nice t-shirts. I'm really happy with them. Please check out my store. DoneThemSeason.com/my Shopify. I've got like the caps, tank top, the little quick summer collection. Yeah, now. So right. I can see you guys here. I can see you here. Sup, kids, stay safe. Yeah, it was very nice of Michael's team to reach out to the little old me. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice little chop up. You know how we do here on Come Box with Chann. We just chop it up. We chop it up in true Chann style and fashion. And we make sure we just have fun. Fun opinion, some fun, some opinion, some facts. Whatever the weather. I'll be competitor, whatever. That's my great old Method Man impersonation. Child of the Woo. Growing up on Staten Island, Park Hill. Dick's Place, they were Park Hill. So I have a real infinity with the lads. My sister's husband went to school with a few of the Woo, you know, as a native Staten Islander. But yeah. So, hang on. You know we always brush the blue. Guys, I can't wait to go to get back my short. I'm rocking it back, man. The short hair will be rocked back. I do like the blue, this blue get up. But you know me, never like to stick too long with the same thing. So, just waiting on our guest. Our guest is in the building. Our guest is in the building. So I have to do, I'm introducing, introducing, I'm introducing the Michael, the Bounty Hunter. Hey,
what's going on? What's good? What's good?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Everything and nothing.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Trying to get so we get a good. Let's see what we look like this. Let's see. You like it like that? I can make it bigger and smaller. It doesn't really matter. I might send you one of my t-shirts, my retro tees. Done them.
All right. I'll post
Get on side. So nice to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm excited. And so, what we're gonna chop it up. Where do we start, Michael? Where do we start? Nice to meet you. again, like I said. And it's good to see your name back in the throughout the interview. You will see me brush my hair. It's just a thing that it's a thing. So
all good.
It's annoying, but hey, it's nice to see your name back in the mix again.
Right.
The last time it was just kind of like the last time when I saw you, I think it was when you put yourself out there for a specific fight, like a year or maybe two ago.
Right.
And yeah, and about some of the, like the Discord with you and Eddie at the time. You was with Eddie, not with Eddie, then But anyway, so it is Michael Hunter, 19-1-1. You scored your loss to undoubtedly one of the best pound for pound fighters, Alexander Usyk, coming from the weight that you originally came from, cruiser. Good fight though. Wow, good fight.
Thank you.
Good fight. Close fight.
Yeah.
I don't think he, close fight. I don't think he washed you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, close fight. Yeah, enjoyable fight. I tell you another fight where you got the where there was a split decision draw with Povetkin. I actually want to start there, because that fight was wild. You rocked him from jump. You rocked him from round one, round two, like the first three rounds, three, four. Like it was, you rocked him. You came out the gate. The first 10 seconds, you hit him and legs were stiffened. It was mad. And then you did some mad thing where you just kind of threw him on the floor, and the ref was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, Michael ain't come to play. He's come to, you come to do stuff. So the first round you knocked him, I said, did you want to try and get him out on the first round? Or, because then obviously you have to pull back, because Povetkin is very dangerous when he's hurt. He's like one of those, not saying he's an animal, but like the definition of a caged animal, if you poke it and it feels backed up, it will lash out.
Yes.
Hence, like the Dillian White thing that happened, So did you want to get him out in the first round?
I knew I was going to be able to touch him, and then I was going to see how he felt from there. And I seen that he didn't take it too well, so I just took my chances on trying to jump on him early in the beginning. I could have just been a little bit more, patient. But when I heard him, it just was like, okay, I figured I was going to be able to touch him again with the 1-2. But like you said, he figured it out and made sure that he didn't get hit with that shot again that easily. So
he's got a good chin, good old Povetkin. He has got a good chin. Comes Olympian, great. Yeah, man. Comes to fight. I could say now, re-watching that fight, that's when I realized the Povetkin that we once knew was on his way out. A bit. No, meaning no disrespect to you, by the way.
No.
I'm saying I could see it was like, yo, now that I'm looking back on it, I'm like, this was the thing that happened with Dillian White, I think was just kind of like a fluke. Like not a fluke because that's his go-to punch, his uppercut, but meaning
but I get you.
Yeah, like he drew that out of the bag, like this is my last night, and that was the last time we ever. Obviously, he went on to get defeated in the rematch with Dillian. So I think was you in agreement of it being a draw? And why didn't you guys rematch? Sorry, put me up on game.
Well, it was more of a business situation, I think, from Eddie's standpoint. I think that I won the fight, but I'm not the judge. I'm not the judges, and that's not my job. So
I think you won. Oh, hey.
I just try to do my own due diligence. I just think I didn't get the Dillian White fighter. They moved on because I think that they seen a bigger situation for the for Povetkin. So, and I think that it was more of a business move than anything.
Yeah, because that went on to be a right trip. But wasn't there any talk of you having a rematch before that? before the
No,
Dilly?
no, no. That was my last fight with them, and they knew I was going to be released shortly after.
Yeah, from
So
contract from Dilly.
that was pretty much it.
That's a shame. So that was for the WBA title eliminator, right?
Yep,
Was it? And aren't you in that? Is this what your next fight is about, the WBA title eliminator again, right?
yep.
Okay, we're gonna go there anyway. We'll just let me just try and, because like sometimes when you meet someone new, you want to ask them about 10 questions at once. Like it's
Right.
quite,
It's
yeah.
all good. Throw them to me.
Bear with me. So and my writing is trash. First round you rocked him. Did you want to try and get him out the first round? Round three, you get caught with a right in that, yeah, and you get kind of rumbled a little bit, What does it feel like when the legs stiffen up? Because that's an involuntary
Yeah,
motion that you get
you
scrambled,
don't
right?
really feel it. You don't
Yeah,
really.
they just lock up.
Yeah, you don't really feel. It's nothing.
Doesn't
Yeah,
hurt.
you don't really feel the pain. The shots that you feel. I always explain this to people.
Hmm.
The getting hit on the head is like getting hit with a blunt object,
Hmm.
but getting hit to the body is like getting hit with a knife or being stabbed immediately. So you feel that those are immediate in a sense when they're really good. In the head, it's more of a blunt object type of situation. So
Hmm.
you're not really hurt.
Yeah,
You
you're just
just
confused,
yeah. So
kind of. Yeah, scrambled, neurological type of vibe, right? It's a neuro. Yeah, fucks with the neuro. Can I ask, like, what? So, what made you, just going back a little bit? What made you want to go from cruiser to heavyweight? Was that always like as you came into boxing? Was your aim goal was always to be a heavyweight boxer, or
well,
is it?
yeah, I originally started at heavyweight. I started my career at heavyweight as an amateur and as a pro actually.
Yeah.
And I just went down. It was just something I always wanted to do anyway. Is try to make that weight class and um, have a title there. So
Mhm.
it didn't happen, and I just moved up. Uh,
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
like being a heavyweight champion of the world. So
Yeah. And at least with heavyweight, there's no, you don't have to make weight as such, but you are deemed as one of the smaller heavyweights, because usually most cruiserweights that do elevate into heavyweight tend, like yourself, Usyk, even Povetkin. Even though he was never cruiser, he's still a
right,
smaller heavy, like Mike
that's
Tyson
right,
was.
that's
A
right.
few. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is what I was gonna say. On a scale of like 1 to 10 of how hard Povetkin hits. So 1 being like nada and 10 being like, oh my god, like where would you honestly register the average how
Well, I mean, I think
hard
he
he
has.
punches?
I think he has above average power. I think his punches are power driven. Some people punch with speed and then they have power behind it. So
Mhm.
I think when all of your shots are focused on power, then yeah, you would consider him a strong type of puncher. So
So what, like 8, 7?
yeah, I would say 8.
Yeah. Wow.
Comfortably.
Yeah, yeah, he's a hard hitter. But this was the thing, like you're a better box. It's wild because you're a better boxer than, in my opinion, you're a better box, and that's quite a thing to say, because I think Alexander Povetkin is a great boxer, by the way. But that's a testament to yourself. Like, I think you're a better boxer than
Right.
him. You have a better engine than him. He tends to gas out, which I realize quite a lot. I don't think he could handle your speed.
Yeah,
Uh,
the
yeah,
pace.
yeah, the pace. Yeah, I think that kind of shocked him quite a lot. It was just interesting to see when you look back, because I watched that fight that was in the dunes, that was in Saudi, right?
That's
How did you
right.
find that whole experience, like the culture there? How
Oh
was it
man, I thought
too
it was
hot
awesome.
inside? Yeah,
It was some beautiful moments. Excuse me.
all right.
Pardon me. Yeah, there was some beautiful moments, like when they all go and pray,
Yeah.
um, at the same time, and
Hmm.
um, just watching how they all are united and commune together. I thought it was very interesting.
In,
you know, the whole place. It's not just like one little area, one
mm,
little section off. It's the whole place goes and prays at the same time, pretty much. And it was a nice thing. It was nice to talk to the people. Everybody was nice and stuff like that. It was for war. It was, you know, a little different. You know, it was far travel. The time was totally backwards. You know, so my body never really did get adjusted.
no.
Actually, none of my team, everybody on my team was waking up in the middle of the night and going to sleep in the day. So
Yeah.
nobody never really did get adjusted to the time. I think that played a definite factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good experience.
Yeah, because
Experience
for
with
us,
that.
they're only like 2 hours ahead for us, so that's why when any fights for that fight to happen there, because obviously that was the first with Joshua Ruiz. That for us,
Hmm.
that was right on time. We're used to as the UK watching you guys at like 5
Right,
a.m. and all of
right.
this.
You
Yeah,
guys stay up for it too.
we stay up. Yeah, yeah, we do. But yeah, I could imagine as a boxer doing the time zones. Yeah, it is a bit crazy. And how did you find like diet, like whilst? Because how long was you there for the
Yeah, we actually usually you go
total?
there about 4 or 5 days ahead of the fight, but this we had to go about 2.5 weeks prior to try to get acclimated, and
Couldn't.
yeah, it was definitely a difficult. That
Yeah,
was
different
very
pattern.
difficult.
And can I ask you a question? Because a lot of people say this. So the stadium was outside. It was an outdoor stadium, right? Did was there? I know this sounds wild, but was there still aircon happening with like in the surrounding parts that you were at, or was it just totally whatever the atmosphere was? The night is what their temperature is going to be.
No, was it? I think it rained. I think it rained that day. It was like it
Yeah,
only rains like 2 times out of the
yeah.
year over there, and
It
I
was
think
in
that happened to be
December.
one of the days.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah,
no aircon in because we're just talking about the Joshua. If it was, it's not happening. But if it was to happen,
no, it wasn't. No, I didn't have any air, but it was. I think it was a decent. It wasn't that bad, but it was.
yeah,
It was a little different from their norm. So they were
yeah,
expecting some hot days.
okay. Just something that I was just so I can try and refer to in future commentary. Cool. And then also, where was another question that is still about this fight? Um, do you find well not about this fight, it's general, do you find when you fight a non-english speaking fighter in the actual fight, do you feel that you have an advantage? The reason why I say that is because like he can't understand what your cornerman shouting for the instructions to do, so do you feel like
Right.
you get an advantage over, have you ever thought
Uh,
about that?
no, no, actually, no, actually, I didn't never really think about it like that. Um, yeah, I just kind of just listen. Sometimes, there's so much going on in the fight. You don't really even if they're yelling, you don't really hear their guys. You just
Yeah,
hear the voices you hear. That you're used to
that
hearing.
you're
So
used to. But is
yeah,
he
so
can't hear that, he don't understand, like he can't like preempt, like, oh my god, they
right,
told him to go downstairs then upstairs because he can't understand. So I was just
right,
thinking that you're at a bit of an advantage when it's in those types of circumstances. Even though you
yeah,
can't understand what his people are saying, but
right.
still you know what your people are saying, and he don't know what your people are saying at all. Yeah.
Right.
I just
Yeah.
thought
I
maybe
didn't.
there's that comes to the
Yeah,
advantage.
that's a good way to look at it.
Hmm.
I never really thought about it, but
Thought about.
just
Yeah,
yeah.
food for thought. Yeah, and also it's quite interesting. You had Hassan Rahman in your corner, right?
Yes, I did.
Do you still have him with you?
That's my guy, but we're not working right as of right now.
Yeah.
But that's
Who was
like
head coach on that fight? Who's usually your head coach?
well, I work with Bones Adams, but usually I'm with a guy named Gary Clark.
Okay, yeah. And
Yeah.
you brought in Hassan Rahman, which he is legendary, but it's all. I heard him shouting. I think I heard him shouting a lot. And if I
I
if I'm
think
not
it was
mistaken.
no, it was his son. Little Rock was the one that was
Oh,
hitting
was
him.
it? He was like,
Yeah,
"Hit him
with
with
they
the
were.
jab, double up with the jab, hit him with the jab."
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, they're active. They're active. They're active."
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
a good. I kind of did brought them there because they had history with Povetkin,
Yeah,
themselves. So it was kind of a kind of a get back situation.
yeah. And do you not find it like the reason why I thought it was mad to that because the first time round that didn't hit me. I rewatched the fight today and was aware of him, and I was like, oh, that's a weird one because where do I tie him in? I tie him in because for the rematch like with Wilder and Fury, right? So all of the rubbish that's going on with them, that happened with Hakeem Ruckman and Lennox Lewis. So he
Right.
beat Lewis. Well, you know the story. He
Oh
beat Lewis.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
And
very
then
similar
yeah, so then Lewis was like, "You got to fight me again,"
for the
and he was
second
like, "Nah,
time.
nah, nah, yeah." And then, because that was in their clause, but then Lewis, I thought it was arbitration, but Lewis took him to court, and the judge was like, "Yeah, you got to fight." I don't think they had to pay. I thought the judge said either you have to pay. No, the judge said you'll be on pause for 18 months, or you fight Lewis straight away. It's one of the two.
Right,
You won't have any fights within 18 months or you fight Lewis straight away. So, as
right,
you know what happened. He fought Lewis, and he got.
right,
I just
right.
thought that was quite like
That's a good tie-in.
mystical. Yeah, like I thought that was quite mystical when I heard when I was watching the fight with yourself and Povetkin, and that I was like, oh snap!
Yeah,
Like, yeah, that's a bit bit
yeah,
Twilight
yeah. I
Zone.
like that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm talking about Fury. We're going to get on to everything of like yours because it's a lot to unpack, Mike. There's rules, a lot to unpack. There's stuff that I don't understand, and I know you'll be able to put myself and the people that watch me in the know. So, what was it like fighting? I mean, sparring with Fury.
It was good. He's been lighthearted about everything.
Mm.
He seems to be just staying active and staying ready and staying in shape for whatever came to him.
When was it?
So
How long ago? Sorry.
this a couple weeks ago, a week ago, 2 weeks
Oh
ago.
snap! Really?
Yeah, I fought him in the amateurs when it was a long
Yeah.
time ago, but we just recently, kind of started. We sparred, and he went to Miami. He'll be back,
Yeah.
and then we might get some rounds in again. But yeah, it was
How
all.
is
It
it
was.
going? How is it going? How is it something I always find that weird, yeah, that you guys spar each other and you're all potential opponents. It's mad to me. It's just like
Yeah,
letting all the game out, like, and then I'm gonna have to fight you. It's
yeah.
weird.
Sometimes it's kind of a balanced type of situation. I don't do it with everybody. Um, no, I was lighthearted. Usually, anybody that comes in Las Vegas that's a heavyweight, I make sure there's a bounty on their head. So,
Literally, yeah. There's
so
about you there.
when I heard he was in Vegas, I had to extend it. I had actually, I sent him a shirt and told him I was welcoming him to my city, and
Mm-hmm.
he thought it was cool and he liked it, and
Mm-hmm.
he sent me a shirt back, and that's kind of started sparring and linking
Well,
up
I'm
and stuff.
sending you a shirt. I'm definitely sending you a shirt.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I will do. I would.
Shoot one
I'll
right
pop it up.
back.
Yeah, no, that would be nice. Thank you. Right, I like wearing people's brands and stuff on my show. So question. So, all right. So you sparred Fury. If AJ was in town, would you extend that same offer to spar with AJ?
No, see, I've had AJ try to extend for a sparring match, but I denied it um,
Why?
because it was kind of fishy. Like the way he did it and the way they do it, it was not business savvy. It was like they were trying to do some sneaky stuff. They didn't tell me who the guy was. It was like an off-brand manager that we don't, we don't typically talk to.
No, so
That,
you were supposed to spar. AJ asked for you to spar him, and you said
yeah,
no.
he sent
Did
out an
you?
invitation, but I
You
didn't exactly, not originally, didn't know who it was for. It was kind of
mm-hmm,
like vague at first, and then
mm-hmm,
and even the guy who the representation who sent the stuff to us was
mm-hmm.
somebody that we weren't familiar with, and so it kind of just kind of was kind of yeah, it was kind of mysterious. I don't know if they really wanted me to come down there and spar, but they didn't really put a lot of effort into it.
Hmm. Would you like to spar AJ if now out loud, like if
I
he's
would like
cool?
to fight him.
Yeah,
I
of course
rather
you would.
I'd rather fight those guys than spar them. The sparring situation with Tyson happened more organically.
Yeah, I get it.
Him
Yeah,
being in my city.
yeah, that was
I'm
more
from Las
natural.
Vegas, so
Yeah, of course. I get
yeah.
that. So okay, so we are moving along swiftly. I've asked that. So listen, yeah. So initially I was excited because you was fighting Ergovich. And I was talking about Ergovich not too long ago, maybe about 3-4 months ago on my show about, was he a prospect? But he's a bit long in the tooth to be a prospect. He's a
Yep.
banger. Why did you now? Hang on, let me just see what the crowd's saying out here, Mike. If you don't mind me calling you Mike. I'm British. Everybody's name gets shortened, mate. Everybody's name gets shortened.
All good, all good. People
Yeah,
call me Mike.
Mike. Okay, that's not a question. Thanks for the super chat. But no, you should have tied a question to it. Why didn't you not tie a question to it? Because I told people super chatted questions will be the vibe. Yeah. Okay, so we got new media today. Everyone's sending money, but they ain't asking no questions.
New media,
What you
baby.
say, Coach Malachi? Salute. That's a fellow boxing channel colleague of mine, which is great to see. I
Right.
think I just saw. Sorry, I just don't want to miss anybody's super chats, just in case they ask a question and then I ask the same question. Okay, so we got counterpunch boxing news bars. That is big up Kurt
What's
Deville
up,
in the
Counter Punch?
yeah. You should go over to Kurt and do an interview over there.
I would love to. I mean, I watch frequently, so um,
Yeah,
I like
Kurtie.
it.
Yeah,
I
you
like
gotta
it.
get Kurtie and Mikey. Kurtie and Mikey on the show. Yeah, no, that'd
Let's
be
go.
good. But I must have said something that rhymes. That's what. And when we say something that rhymes, we say bars. So I must have said
Bars.
I must have said something that rhymes. Oh, that's my guy. Okay,
New
so
media, baby.
yeah, new media today. So okay, so tell me why all of a sudden you changed the direction and now you're doing a the WBA route for the title eliminator with this guy. What's his name? Because sorry, I forgot to write it down. I know nothing of
Oh,
him.
Mike Wilson. I'm fighting Mike
Yeah,
Wilson.
Mike Wilson. He's one loss.
Yeah, he has one loss.
Yeah, so he's evenly matched with you in that way is what I realized. But when I looked at I don't really because he's cruiserweight and cruiserweight isn't a weight. It's not one of my favorite weight cuts to be fair. Bit boring at times. So I don't really study a lot down there, which I should. I'm gonna probably pull my game up. I just didn't really know the people that he'd fought. So
Right.
is this like because we keep it real out here, Mike? You get me? We
Let's
keep it
go.
real. We don't give a fuck. Oops, I'm gonna get demonetized. I swear too much, and then we don't give a shit. Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, you could just be real. If this was that you saw this was the easier route to get to where you wanted to get to, because at the end of the day, if you want to knock down an easier opponent, knock the easier one down first, and then I'm with it. Is that what it was? Because
Well,
Eddie's pissed off at you now, isn't he? Because you made him do the first bid, he won the bid, and then you turned down the fight, and then we
well,
was like, oh,
yeah, I think that's where people didn't really get to see all the moves that were being made.
Yeah,
but
tell us.
a lot of the stuff was being there was a lot of dirty moves being made from even me winning. There was a bidder at that purse bid. It's just that Eddie talked him out of bidding. So Eddie was the only bidder, and that was my people. So to go and try to talk my people out of the bid, I thought was bad business. And to even not negotiate with me, they took it straight to purse bid, knowing that they were gonna try to lowball the situation. You're supposed to negotiate what they call in good faith. You know what I'm saying? So they
Mhm.
never Team Sarlin, uh, Eddie Hearn, they
Yeah.
never once hit me up until days before the purse bid to try to force my hand. And they didn't know that I had a bidder there. And then once I did, that's when they called extensions and all sorts of different things started happening, and then
But
they ended up talking.
didn't Eddie still, even though you had a bidder there, didn't Eddie bid more?
No, no, nobody. I didn't have my bidder bid because Eddie Hearn, when they found out I had a bidder, they held the purse bid and made it an extension for about 12 days. During those 12 days, Eddie Hearn went to work and talked my people out of bidding at all, which was Triller. Triller was very interested in bidding, and for some reason they stopped being interested after the extension, and they didn't think that. I don't think. See, I think that Eddie and Team Charlotte didn't think that I had a bidder or that I was, had anybody for that sake, and I just think that they were just going to take it to purse bid and think they were going to just strong arm little old me, knowing that I didn't have any backing and support, and they just took it to the bid, not knowing that I was going to have some ammunition in there. So once they found that out, I think that they had to put everything on pause and do what they did. So, yeah, Eddie did win the bid. He won it at a poor price. They did
What
bad
was
business.
what was the price?
Well, the whole price was 600 grand, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
So Eddie bidded you 600K.
right. Well, no, that was for the whole show. So there's a split in
Oh,
between that.
for the whole
Yeah,
card.
there's yeah, for me and him, for me and Hergovich split.
Oh, okay. Just I thought you were saying for the whole card. I was going to say
No, no, no. So,
don't scare me like
uh,
because they lied. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
so I think it was just bad business that they did, and they had to pay for it. It's kind of like the same thing that they were doing with the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury. They got all the UK people all hyped about it, and really they should be blaming themselves for that fight for
we're
not
gonna get
happening.
we're gonna get to there. We gonna
So
get to there.
yeah, so I think it's just some of the same. If you could see the writing on the wall, it's pretty much some of the same
Yeah, but why did you
same
accept it
formula.
then? Why did you what like it's like going, yeah, bid for me and then the bidder gets you and then you go, nah, I don't.
No, I had my own bid. I didn't want to go to bid. It could have been easy negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we could have negotiated, but their plan was to take it to bid. So they
Got
never
you.
called me. There's about a month and a half of negotiation time that you're supposed to call and say, hey, you want to get this fight? Let's do this here. And the numbers are what,
Uh-huh.
and they didn't do that. They never called, even when we're all on a email thread, right?
Yeah.
So when I email the IBF or I email Eddie Hearn for the negotiations,
Right.
we're all in our IBF, Team Sarlin, Eddie Hearn,
Yeah.
we're all CC'd together.
Yeah.
But I was the only one emailing, and Team Sarlin was making their own emails, going behind our back and doing their own work and messaging them without it being a collective, situation. So
Yeah.
basically, it was bad business.
Yeah, just it was a bit didn't if something doesn't smell right, it usually means it's off.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think
I get you.
that they didn't really want the fight to happen.
Yeah.
I easily, I was with Eddie Hearn for 3 fights, and me and Hergovich fought on the card every time, with each other every time. So,
Yeah.
and I was asking, and there was times where we couldn't get fights. We had all our fights got pushed back month after month after month, quite a few times. And I said, it doesn't make any sense. Why I can't just fight Hrgovic now? Why we can't just fight at that point if we can't find each other fights? And then that's when they end up getting me a Sergey Kuzmin, Povetkin, and blah, blah, blah. So they had their chances to get me the fight and to actually, make something happen. But Eddie was just being really cheap, trying to paint the narrative. Team Sarlin wasn't doing too much. And that's how it went.
It's a shame, because I thought you getting back in the mix like that, when I initially heard that Eddie won the bid, I thought, oh, sick. That means, because I know you you didn't have a stable, you came from Eddie, and I thought, oh, maybe they've repaired their relationship to a degree that you'll go back to Eddie. Eddie's the man at the minute, he's got Canelo, he's got AJ, he's got a really great stable. And I thought that you guys was going to repair, this was a way to repair your issues, and maybe Eddie be like, all right, I'm signing. Because to be fair, anytime I've seen Eddie talk about you, it's always good, to be fair. He's like, he was here, Eddie's always said, I never mind doing business with Michael at all. He's a nice guy. He's a great boxer. I don't understand where the animosity, not saying like this untoward, have it.
Well, I mean, I really think it's just business. Eddie is a businessman first. Mm-hmm. He's very daring when it comes to certain moves. He's very upfront and puts his stuff out there. Mm-hmm. And I think that he just fell short. I don't think he really, really wanted to make the fight happen like they did. I'm the one that pushed for the IBF. I had to train since January, working on the IBF situation, when it was originally Hrgovic had nothing to do with it. This is just business. It's the way business boxing goes, and I just think that they lucked out on this one. You know what I'm saying?
So then Triller. So then, how does the Triller situation happen then?
Originally, like I said, I was trying to get them to win the purse bid for me, and they were interested until the extensions happened, and which was fine by me. And then when the bid was lost, and that we went another route. Basically, they offered me a way better deal. I'm on a multi-fight type of situation with Triller. So it's bigger than my purse that I would have got for the Hrgovic fight all day long.
So you're now with Triller for a few fights. How many?
Right.
How many?
At least 2 for sure.
At least 2. And look at me trying to count your pockets. All got my pen and my paper out. 2 fights, 600K generally.
You probably see about 3 fights.
3 million.
Three fights.
3 fights. Out. Because to be fair, this is your highest purse, isn't it? A 600 grand purse.
No.
No? No? Have you ever got a mil for a purse? Yeah.
Very, very, very close. Yeah.
You got 800,000.
A little shy off because I bet on myself to knock Povetkin out, and I didn't win. But that was a deal between me and Eddie personally.
Okay, got you.
And then I didn't get the win, so that cut my purse down.
Yeah,
but,
down.
But but put it this way: each one of these fights are more than I'm gonna get for Hrgovic, and how much Hrgovic was gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you know how much he was gonna get? Definitely, was it a 60-40? It was the 60-40 split.
Yeah, it was,
right?
I think I got 300,000, 330,000 or something.
Not much. Not that much.
No, not much.
No.
But
it is.
But if it was in a certain situation where I didn't have anything else, please believe me, I'd have been in that ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it would have been no no questions asked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
But you,
I put my life on the line. So
yeah, exactly. And you know
yeah,
what? A lot of people don't realize, like when you like make a certain over a certain amount, like that 600,000 or that 300,000 then becomes half to the taxman. 300,000 becomes 150,000.
that's exactly. And then you got to pay. You got to
Pay your
understand. You got to
trainers,
pay.
your
The cut
manager,
man gets
the
3%.
cup.
The
Yeah,
sanctioning body gets
I tell
3%.
people.
Your your manager gets 10, 10 to 15 to 25 to
What everything?
33 and a
Yeah,
third. You
yeah.
know, your trainer is getting 10. You know, your other trainer is getting 5. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
putting your life on the line, and then by the
then
time,
depending on where you fought at, you know, if you fought in California, you're getting taxed again. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, state,
uh, you know, this is definitely a business, and you know, I think that your people, Team Starlin and Eddie, didn't really want to make the fight happen as much as they said they would, how much as they were promoting it. You know, for them to go and cross and talk across the board against my own people and tell them not to bid and talk them out of bidding, just let you know that they didn't want to do the fight. You know what I'm
yeah, but
saying?
that's
They didn't want the
strange
fight to
because
happen. They wanted to do it on their terms. Is
their
what they
way,
wanted.
yeah. And
That's
like you said, yeah, because you know, Eddie, if I can just go by your word, you know, there's that word, and there's somewhere in the middle. But
yeah.
like Eddie, at the end of the day, didn't like the fact that Bob was telling everybody don't allow Eddie's bid when it was for Tiafimo, you know.
That's
And I
right.
remember Eddie was super peed off about that. So then to then go and oh my pen. So then go and do that and try be the undercutter or you know it yeah it's
Yes, and I think that started to happen because of the Tiafimo and Eddie just seen a move that he liked, even though he was saying he was mad about it, but they all copy and paste uh,
yeah
one move to another. So this is like you said, and we're talking about moves, we're not even talking about being in the ring yet. We're talking
I
about
know.
business. You know what I'm saying? We haven't even stepped in the ring.
And
So.
the ball issue's already starting. Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
for me to be like you said, for me to be out here on as an independent,
Yeah.
um, you know, I have to make sure that my ego is intact and out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Because I could easily be a fighter and just say, hey,
Mm.
bring it on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's easy for me.
Yeah.
The harder thing is to say, let me be a business savvy. Let me stay controlled. Let me stay tamed, if you will,
Yeah.
and do what's right and do what everybody else is doing. Sticking to the business. They've made the boxing business. They made it 80. It's about 80% business, 20% boxing.
20% boxing. I've been saying
So
that. I've been saying that, and it's so frustrating as a
And I
fight
and
fan.
usually I'm the one that is the fighter the whole time. I'm usually
Yeah.
100% fighter,
Hmm.
and so for me to go into I finally get to the business the business aspect, and
Hmm.
I've reached that. It doesn't make any sense. It would be very stupid upon me, very
To
barbaric.
then triple back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
you've
go
got there.
backwards.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You did
So
all this to get to the board to get to the boardroom
I
and stuff.
like to fight. They forced my hand into be a little bit more business savvy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're not with a stable as such, so you're on
Right,
your ones, kind of like. So you've had to become not only the fighter. You're all right. You do have team, like you said. You got your man, but
right.
you're like a subcontractor, like you're
That's right.
yeah,
That's
kind of
right.
that type of
And
vibe.
if you even look at from all the fights when I was with PBC and Al Heyman, and when I
Yeah,
was with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom,
yeah,
all my competition was exactly the independent contracting work. It wasn't like Dillian White getting favors or Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. They're
yeah,
getting prepped. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Which is that's business. It's bad.
yeah.
It's good business. Whatever.
But you're kind of
But
like
that's not my route. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So for me to finally get into the mode of it and to actually get an opportunity where the odds are in my favor. Triller is embracing me.
yeah,
When I haven't had that with not one boxing promoter at
Yeah.
all. It was it's a very easy thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
easy.
5 makes 10, and I want 10 milli
That's
in
right.
my future. But I get it because I'm an artist, so I came from like being independent, getting signed to a label, everything being done for me. Didn't really, sometimes not all that glitters is gold. Didn't
That's
like
right.
some of the stuff, but learned the good stuff, the bad stuff. Left
That's
that,
right.
set up my own company, my own label. So now
Right.
I'm like the artist, and I'm kind of like the manager. Because before,
That's right.
I had to pay my agent. I have to pay my manager. My
That's
agent's
right.
getting like
All out
20%.
of your
My
pocket.
manager's, my manager's getting like between like 15-20%. Like,
That's right.
it's by the time you look, you're the last one paid, and
That's
you're the
right.
one doing the stuff.
That's right. That's right. So
Yeah,
Hergovich is over there. He got, Eddie, he got Team Starlin, and he's over there being babied. They babied him. They didn't even want me to fight him. Like I said, when I was with Eddie, I fought on every card he fought on, and he didn't have a fight, and I didn't have a fight. On a few of those times, they had to get me. They could have fought me when I fought Maldonado. They found Maldonado because Hergovich and Sergey Kuzmin and them said no.
Yeah, so it's just like, it was always when there was a free space for you guys to fight, something still always interjected that it
Right.
didn't
And
happen
now
like
that I'm a free agent, and
that.
now push, it seems a little funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So yeah, that's kind of where that led to.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So you're with Triller. Hopefully that pans out good, because this is a very exciting new. Obviously, Triller are a music streaming site first and foremost, and they've been branching out since the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. And it's pretty cool to see. Hopefully, they take the good parts out of what they've seen these 90-year-old Bob Arams do. Like, let's take some of the good shit out of that and then apply it to a modern infrastructure. That would be pretty cool. And as an artist, I can't moan to see boxing and music combined, because they have some pretty good shows. You got Snoop Dogg, you got everyone down there. Like, I'm gonna have to come to one of these shows, man. Like, I'm gonna have to come down for sure. I will, defo. And
you got to make it.
yeah, I'm gonna be coming. I'll be like, hi, Mike. Yeah, you have to get me. Blue hair, blue lips. I'm definitely gonna come down to one of those Trillers. Definitely. Who have you got for Tio and Cambosos? Who you got for that? I know who I got.
Oh man, I think this is a great fight. I think Tio has the edge, but I think Kambosos is gonna put up a good fight, man. I seen him and them face to face, and I like his energy. I like what he seems to be bringing. I know Tio. I feel like Tio has the edge because of. I mean, I know him. I didn't really. I watched a few. I watched a few of Kambosos just to see. I'm like, what we got here.
Yeah,
and the boy can fight. The boy can fight. So I think that Tio has it on the just a little bit on the skill wise, just because of he beat Loma, and he's hot. But so I would edge it to him. But I think Kambosos is gonna come ready.
I'm different from you. I'm the same, but it's not an edge. It's a wash. Kambosos is getting washed. Yeah.
Oh,
he's getting washed. First 6 round, he's not even gonna. I don't even think it's gonna get to round 7 at all. Reason being, he was on an undercard. I forget which one here, and I saw him fight Lee Selby. I don't know if you watched the Lee Selby fight.
No.
So this was our introduction to Kambosos. It was in the bubble when the big pandemic hit, and he was mad. Like, he's very serious and stiff with it. Like, he's like Australian, trains out in Vegas, spars with Manny Pacquiao. Very hard, stiff, stern. So he had all of that. So that was the introduction that we had of him. Yeah, and I was like, wow, this cat needs to careful, because you might pop a fucking brain. You might brain him. He was wound up. And then I saw him fight Lee Selby, who was ex champ, if my boxing memory serves me correct. And it wasn't impressive. He just about won. He just about won. So from then I was just like, you know, your first impressions you can't get second time round at the end of the
Yeah.
day. You know, do you understand what I'm
I
saying?
must
So I
have
was
looked
like,
at a different fight. I
yeah,
gotta go look. I gotta go
yeah, you
look
got
back at
Lee
that.
Selby. Watch it.
Lee
Lee
Selby,
Selby, Cambosos. Watch it. And I'm just about one, and I was like, I thought you was gonna wash, dude, the way that you was talking about, dude. But so I know what you're saying. I believe he's come to win as well because it's his home people that had won the bid, you know. So and it's
Right,
making his first millionaire. Like he's technically gonna be a millionaire for this fight, you know. So
yeah.
I can't ever knock anyone's thingy, but Mike, just remember Chann's words. He's gonna get washed.
I got you. I
Yeah,
got you. I'm gonna
yeah,
be thinking about it too.
he couldn't get washed.
All right.
Within 6 rounds, I tell thee, Tio is not come to play. He's just too strong. He's more powerful. He's got the better combos. He is a
Yeah,
combo puncher. He's got better speed. He's a natural, more athletic.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Cambosos is athletic, but
Yes, he
Tio's
is.
more fluid and he's
Yes.
more like for a young cat, he's almost like, I'm not saying he's the finished article, but for his age, he's a good article for
Right.
Tiafimo. You
Yes, he
know?
is.
Yeah, he's got bits of everything. And I'm sure you as a pro boxer, you could look at Tio and you'd be like, yo, when I was 23, I don't know if I was
Right.
as well-rounded. No, but you're an amazing boxer.
Right.
But I just think for these youngins, they're quite well-rounded. At like, you know, you've got
Yeah.
the Devin Haney's, quite
Well
well-rounded
experienced.
for such a young age. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm going with Tio on that basis.
All right, Tia.
Yeah, on that basis. And what let's see what other people are saying. What else do you where do you see, because you're gonna watch this dude. It's not even. Do you want to do your own prediction? When are you getting him out? Inside how many rounds? I give
I'm
it.
not
It's
sure.
not
I'm
going
not
to points.
sure.
You better not make this go to points. Don't do that. Don't you dare, because you're heavyweight now. He's cruiser. I want him out within 10. I'm giving you
Right.
10, up to 10. Forget
That's
what your
cool.
corner says. When it gets to round 9, you better remember this interview, hear my big loud ass mouth and say, yo, Chann said to get it out within 10. You get him
Right.
out
Get
in
him out of
10.
there.
Yeah, get him out. I'd like sooner. I don't want points, but at the end of the day, a win's a win. At the end of the
Yeah.
day. But,
I
yeah.
like it.
Yeah, a win's a win. So I can't come down to you. How do you see the fight going? Have you watched a lot of? Have you been doing a lot of film
You
studies
know,
or?
people don't know a lot about him, but he's kind of similar
No.
like me, where he actually has a lot more experience and he's a little more of a veteran than you would give him credit. Now I know he
Yeah,
hasn't fought a lot of tough competition, and I know you're only as good as your last
the
opponent, I
last
guess.
gig. Yeah,
Yeah, so I know that part is probably an advantage on my part because I fought in the tougher opposition.
yeah,
You know, I've always put myself through the grind, and
always.
so I think that's where I have the edge. But I fought him. I dethroned him in the Olympic trials. You know, he was
Oh yeah, you did. You've already
yeah, he was
fought
the best.
him
He was the best
in
heavyweight
the am.
in America at one point. So
Yeah, I knew that actually.
yeah, so I know he can fight. You know, he has
So what
decent
you predicting?
fundamentals. I think
Yeah,
that's the thing that is going to be, and you know, that's old veteran stuff is to get you
yeah,
through the stuff almost like a Povetkin. Now I know
yeah.
he doesn't hit like Povetkin, but
No,
he
but
has
he's
old
got good
veteran
skill
moves.
set.
You know,
Yeah, he's got
to
good
keep
skill
you.
set.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think that I'm gonna have to use my athleticism, but also
yeah,
use my own experience to finish the fight.
yeah,
Yeah. So I
yeah,
think
yeah,
I think I mean, if I hurt him, you know, I get excited. I'll push for the stoppage. You know, I would like to stop him on the show like Triller and you know be the best show on the card.
yeah. Make it
The best
looking
card on
like
the show.
could you yeah the best. Could you see yourself getting the stoppage in what like what round? Like not specific round, but deep waters or
I would
just
say
whatever.
maybe mid mid rounds.
Yeah, like what, like 6, 7, 8,
Yeah,
8,
5,
8.
6,
Yeah. Well,
5 to
that's
7.
impressive if you do that. That's impressive. It's impressive no matter what, like just get the win in it. But I
Yeah,
don't fancy watching it all the way to points, Mike. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. You know, another thing too that
Because you might not win on a split decision. There's been a lot of upsets lately, and if you
yeah,
make it go to the judges, they could all UD you. They could MD
man.
you. You've been decided on already. Like you know what I mean. You don't want it to
Yes,
have to
we
go
definitely
down.
don't want to leave it in the judge's hands. You know.
No, because they're bloody robbers. Do you
Yeah,
get
that's
to pick when the fight happens? You get told who the judges are. Do you, your team, and can you look
yeah. We don't get to
at
pick
who
them,
they
but we
are?
can deny them.
Yeah, this is what
Yeah.
I heard.
So,
Yeah,
yeah. So depending on the ref and the judge and all that, you know, we can deny them in a sense.
yeah,
And you know, sometimes it's still a little tricky depending on, you know, what the situation is. You still kind of can, you know, get jacked around a little bit.
as you
That's kind
see.
of how I felt about the Povetkin situation. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah, that
but
was
just
wild.
old veteran business moves. Uh, uh, you know, Povetkin's a veteran, but he, in the ring, but also out the ring. You know what I'm saying? So,
He's a lot of
um,
people sometimes little favourites. Like they don't want to upset make the Olympians look like you. But you're an Olympian. But you're an Olympian.
yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, like sometimes they got favourite Olympians then.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
always
yeah.
been, you've always been, I've got a track called Black Sheep. You've always kind of been like the black sheep of boxing. You should change
Yeah.
your name to Michael Black Sheep Hunter.
Michael Black Sheep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's why I feel that like you've always had to just be like doing stuff a lot on your own and. But hey,
Yeah, yep. Actually, yeah. I mean, I live that. Just doing
yeah,
something a
but hey.
little extra, coming up a little bit short, or you
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
Don't,
got my big break yet, but I'm
no,
still
I can
I'm
come.
still here and I'm still grinding. So
Yeah, exactly.
we got nothing but time.
Yeah, exactly. And when I was talking about like the judging thing, I was. What did you watch Chisora and Parker?
Yes, I did. I watched
Who
it.
did you think won?
I
Tell
thought it was.
the
I
truth.
thought the right man won. I thought shoot. I actually after the fight, I thought I considered it. I said I would have been okay if they gave him a draw, but you know, sometimes somebody got to win. I thought the right man won.
Did you?
I thought
You
it
thought
was.
Parker won it? Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a.
edged it.
Yeah, I thought it was a. It was kind of a boring fight. You know, it wasn't really too exciting, but you know, it happened.
Yeah. I know, like Chisora does come up short. Would that be a fight that you would be interested in fighting Chisora, or that it brings you? There's no reason. That's more of a. Is that more of a? Would you
Yeah.
categorize as a high risk, low reward kind of fight, or just
No, I wouldn't see
no
that. You
risk?
know, Chisora got a lot of fans out there in England, and
Yeah,
I got a decent, a little bit of fans out there. So,
yeah, you
uh,
do.
you know, any of those fights, like even like Dillian, we had just talked about Dillian White. I think it would be respectable enough to go fight over there in the UK. You know, I think it'd be the fans would respect it a little bit more than coming over here to the
Yeah,
States.
yeah. Fight fan figures. I got a co-host that's with me, and like it's that does some of my most of my shows. It's called Fight Fan Figures, right? And it's so funny. That's like maybe about a month ago. He was just chopping it up, and he was like, I'm only discovering stuff about him, like and he was just like, yeah, like my favorite fighters I knew was Dillian White, and he was just like, and one of my other favorite fighters is Michael Hunter. And I went, really? Is it? I said, no, I didn't know that, Lee. Yeah, I didn't know that, Lee. I knew the Dillian White, and he was like, yeah, and he started to give all like the rundown and like all this stuff and stuff, and I was like, wow,
That's
yeah,
dope.
like you really like. So can you big him up because he's in the chat, Fight Fan Figures? I think he sent in a question, but Lee, I must have missed it on the super chat. If you can, you don't have to super chat it. If you got a question for Michael, please chime that back in. Yeah, could you big him up? Fight Fan
What's
Figures.
his name?
Fight Fan Figures.
Fight Fan Figures.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And then, so when that happened, it was like, oh, really? And then like a few days ago, I was speaking to him. His name's Leon, but Leon Fight Fan Figures. I was like, Lee, guess who I'm interviewing? And then he was like, he gave me like a female boxing name, yeah, and I went, no, all right. And then I went, try again, and then he gave me another he said Clarissa Shields, yeah, and I went, no, and then he went Natasha Jonas, which I am, by the way. She'll be on my show on Monday. But yeah, I went, no, stop talking about the girl. No, drop the women out, drop the women out. And then he went Dillian White, and I went Michael Hunter. He said he was like that. He was tripping. He was bugged out. He was like, Chann, that is amazing. This is going to be a sick interview. Because we was only just talking about you probably about a month before.
Right.
You're very Bermuda Triangle. You are, like, we get lost around. Like, I don't know what mystics that you have, man. But it's quite weird how things all pan out. So he was like really, really gassed on that. So now bringing into the drama. So we are going with Deontay Wilder. Let's just go from the excuses. Where you at with that, my man? Please be on the same page as me.
What's that?
With him when he lost to Tyson. I call him Tyson Fairy now. He's Tyson Fairy. Yeah, Tyson Fraud Fairy. Since he lost to Tyson Fraud Fairy, all the excuses came out. Kenny Bayless was drunk. My costume too heavy. His glove was loaded up. Mark Breland, he spiked my water. I had a muscle relaxer and I weren't feeling myself. All the brass.
Voodoo doll. I got the voodoo doll.
What do you say about all of this?
I think it was a bad run of excuses. He could have probably put them in order better.
Well, he started from the suit. He started from the lightest one as possible. He did kind of. He went from the suit to my water spike. Yeah, that was a bit of a big jump. He could have went
the other way. The water was spiked and then the suit was heavy.
No, Mike. Suit. Bayless drunk. Spiked water. Muscle relaxant.
Voodoo doll.
Mauricio Suleiman. In that order.
Yeah, no, I thought it was kind of a bad look, you know. It was real what do they call it? Cringy, you know.
It's awful.
Cringe nation over there.
It's awful. I bang on him day to day. If you watch my shows, he gets banged on. I meet up with the LDBC, like the head of like who his people are. They come on my show, and I bang on them, or I go on other people's shows and I bang on them. Like I'm the black sheep. I am the black sheep.
Right,
yeah. Everyone tries to bang on me.
We together then. It's all good.
Yeah, you can't bang on me. I operate from facts. Until you show me the doctor's report, or until you show me the tox report that VADA put out, there was no muscle relax. There was nothing, my G. You was both clean. What brings a fighter up when you had a defeat? We call it not even like big up Tunde Jai. We don't even call it a loss. We call it a lesson. Yeah. When you had your lesson, what happens in the mind? Was you like, nah, everyone's against me? Did you feel it or think it, but just didn't say it? Because I need to see where this guy's coming from.
No, I mean, what happens is you just start going back and replaying it, and you start seeing of all the things that could have been a little bit more fine tuned. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, who you blame it on that's another stage. Like who you start blaming it on, that's different. Once you start, blaming it on outside sources, then you kind of get caught up. You kind of lost in the sauce. But you do go back over it and kind of see.
Yeah, that's natural.
Yeah, what day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's natural.
What day my water was spiked, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as long as you're not there dwelling in it all day, every day, every damn day. Like, yeah, you need to reflect on where maybe you could have done improvements. So cool. You're not working with this whole Wilder rubbish, and that there was an autopsy.
Right.
Oh God. So now moving with what we've seen that's transpired with that. What transpired with that? 1 second. Stay right there. 1 second. 1 sec. One second, sorry. Somebody just rang my doorbell, and I just want to tell them they're going to have to get access to themselves. 1 second. 1 sec. I want to bring it up to the Deontay Wilder where we've got to now in it. I'm coming back on where we've got to the where we thought that there was never going to be a trilogy happening. And now there's going to be a trilogy happening. I know you spar with Fairy, so you may want to be a bit. You may not want to say because it's a business. Like at the end of the day, you get paid to spar as well. So maybe you don't want to say the thing.
No, I didn't get. No, I didn't. I'm not that type of sparring partner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
No,
Cool. So
yeah. So I ain't got no. I'm not biased by any means.
Okay.
When it comes to that.
Oh, that makes it even better. So do
Yeah,
you not see? I know that you're not really rocking with Eddie too tough, and you said that it's Eddie's fault as well. I do put some responsibility on Eddie because at the end of the day, you did know there was an arbitration. If I knew there was an arbitration, and I'm not no one, you knew there was an arbitration. So why do a deal until you found out what the arbitration is? And to be fair, Tyson Fury, he's the one though. You also got to call a spade, Mike. He shouldn't have then came on and did all his team were doing like, oh, it's dead in the waters and this and very negative and almost like digging their heels in, and only to know that they had already knew that they'd lost the arbitration Bob Arum already booked the stadium. So do you think that is? I think that is BITCHASS move on that side.
I do agree. I think it goes to both parties. I think that it was more of Eddie Hearn just trying to push and hoping and wanting something to get something done for UK and the UK fans and for himself to put his name in the history books. You know what I'm saying? I think that this was more about Eddie than the situation. I think that they got a little ahead of themselves. And they let Tyson Fury and all of them let them get them ahead of themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that they kind of got lost in they didn't stick to reality. I think they got kind of lost with reality and kind of seeing the numbers and the dollar signs and all the Arab money and all the things that could perspire after this. And I just think that Eddie's energy was really the one that was trying to make this happen. And
but Michael, he should. That's his fighter. His fighter came into the game saying that I want to be. His fighter came into the game saying that he wanted to be undisputed, and that's where that was the route to go to undisputed. Could you blame Eddie? For?
No. I mean, I'm not saying that, but what I'm blaming him for is not getting it done. Not waiting, not doing the due diligence to make that happen. Pushing for it and getting it done is two different things. Like I said, I think it became more than what you're just saying is, it became more than just getting Anthony Joshua undisputed. It wasn't about that. It was about Eddie Hearn making sure that he got this fight done. That's how I see it. That's from what I see. I see Eddie did most of the promoting. Eddie did most of the lying when it came to this, saying that the fight was almost done. He was the one that was saying it. Tyson, I didn't
Yeah,
hear
that's where
anything.
it went wrong. He should have just shut up.
That's
Like,
right. He was
yeah,
the
he
one that
should
was.
have.
But you also
2 weeks.
understand this.
2 weeks.
That's promoting. You know, that's he's trying to promote the fight, saying that this fight is done. Like, you know, get the people involved. You know, we're the we're the say so.
Consumers. We're the fight fans. But at the end of the day, man, like we're gonna have to get Eddie a T-shirt that says 2 weeks. Because every 2 weeks he was like 2 weeks in 2 weeks. Just quit. Just stop saying it.
I might bring him that shirt. 2
Yeah,
weeks.
get a shirt that says 2 weeks. Because yeah, that's as far as where I blame him. And I think it was because he's still green in the world of promoting. You know, he's
That's it.
been handed down from the great Barry Hearn, and then you've got nearly 100-year-old Bob Arum. So like he's fresh and he's green. So I guess it was just kind of like a mistake of him.
That's how I would see it. He's green. He's trying. He's young. He's
bit of ego.
Yeah,
Interjected.
and that's what happened.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just almost like it's like you said. It's not a loss. It's a lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
We all get them.
You like that one, don't you? Big up Sunday. It's good that we can pass on phrases and stuff,
Right.
Like, look, so yes, Hunter v. Oscar Rivas would be a very good fight. Both have light feet, fast hands, and very offensive styles. For years, I wanted that fight, but Michael have other great names to face too. That's Andre Rodriguez. Big up to you. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, like you sent me a super chat as well. I am doing the worst in life. Malachi, don't super chat it. Send me the please address the questions from the super chat, Chann. I know. Send it, don't super chat it, just resend it me. I got too busy in the talking and then it's gone up and I can't see the super chat. Fight fan figures the same. So would that be the route that you're taking now? You're going to be WBA interim champ. Let's just have it right. You're going to beat that geezer and you're going to be the winner. So you'll be in line then to be. Is that then en route to Mando for AJ? If AJ keep his belt, so he's not fighting.
It's so many moving parts that I don't know. I don't really know until I get there. You know what I'm saying?
But isn't that where you want to go? You said you wanted to fight AJ.
But I just look at one fight after another. I don't really know what's going to happen in the near future. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of looking at this next fight, and then I'll be able to see a little bit better to see what's going on. But like I said, I have a multi-fight deal, and I want to make sure that I get through this first one on the 19th, and after that, we'll see.
I know what all you just said that you're just looking at who's in front of you, and I'm now just going to ignore just a little bit of that and go, yeah, but who's next after that guy?
I'm not sure. I don't think there's like the top three, Deontay, Tyson, and Anthony, which they're all kind of tied up right now. And then there's the next echelon, which is like Dillian White,
Joe Joyce,
Parker, Joe Joyce, all these people. I think it's going to be very difficult for Michael Hunter to get a fight in that realm. So I have to go with the next. But it will be. It shouldn't be, but business is what's going to stop all of this. So I don't write it. I'm just in it. You know what I'm saying? So
I know, but you want to try and be in it to win it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be easy.
Try and get the best is what you can be, Mike.
But I'm gonna try. I push for these fights all the time.
Yeah, continue to do so. Because I'd love to see you against Joseph Parker. He's boring. You'd beat him, to be fair. Like, you would. Yeah. Anytime he's on the bill, I'm just never impressed anymore. His last few fights, I'm just not a Joseph Parker fan. I just think he's so cool. So dry. Your style of boxing is sometimes, it can be a bit, I don't know how to put it, because you're a good boxer, but sometimes I can see you do, it's quite unorthodox at times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that would come from my father's side.
Training, and rest in peace to your dad. Condolences as well.
Yeah, he was very unorthodox.
I get it.
style.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, cagey, herky
Yeah.
jerky.
Yeah.
You
Herky
know,
jerky. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
what I
yeah,
think. That's what I've clocked. Yeah.
yep. That's
Yeah. So you against who realistically who realistically who realistically would you're gonna say you can beat everyone because every boxer says that. But like if you had like how far do you see Usyk going in the heavyweight division? Because in my opinion, he's not gonna stay undefeated.
I mean, I don't really see him fighting Anthony Joshua. I don't think that fight happens.
I know it's
Uh,
happening. That's gonna be happening.
you know, it's funny. An interviewer told me the same thing about Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, right before I said, I'm not sure. I just don't see that happening. You know, things change. I just don't see them getting in the ring with each other. I just can't see it. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I think that
Well,
something's going to happen within the
yeah.
next 48 hours.
Do
And
you? Yeah.
we're gonna find
Do you
out that
reckon?
that fight's not happening.
Yeah, because the WBO said, yo, you got 48 hours, and then, if not, then fight. But I said he should have fought Usyk first and foremost. I know what Tyson Fury's like, man. So I'm like, it's not like I knew this was going to happen, but it doesn't shock me that much because he did this same type of thing with the Klitschko, didn't honor his rematch with the Klitschko. Oh, we lost Mike there. No, I'm joking.
Right.
With the Klitschko, and and then with all this mess, he's always in a mess. Do you know what I mean? So they should have thank you. That's very nice of you, Blue Sky, and we are blue. We should have knew something like this was going to happen, but I think sticking to the format of doing the mandatories, it should have just AJ should have just did Usyk, and who do you see winning? You better not tell me Usyk. Look, I asked you a question.
Fight,
I
yeah,
answer.
I do. I see Usyk winning by decision, and
You're
I see
foul
Usyk.
for that. You're foul for that. You're foul.
I do.
It's because you don't like AJ. You don't like him, innit? Someone said it in the chat, and I said I'm not going to.
I don't dislike. I don't dislike. I don't have enough energy to dislike anybody. So, that's. I don't even play that. So, but I just, I just think there's certain factors. I think Anthony Joshua is not as. He won't get him on the feet. I think it'll be hard. It'll be like a split decision. So,
yeah, I said if it goes to points, if it goes to points, I could see Usyk getting the decision. But let me tell you guys something. What you original cruiserweights have got to know about the super heavies, yeah?
I'm a heavyweight.
Yeah, I know, but
I started my career as heavyweight as an amateur and a professional.
Yeah, you did. All right, but you made your mark as the most we knew you as. You made your mark more as a cruiserweight, right? And now you've made your mark even more. I know you more as the heavyweight, by the way. So I do. Yeah, but I think maybe people just looking from the not
smaller.
From the, they may just only don't really know that about you. But what I'm saying is, Usyk, amazing fighter. I know your bum's got pins and needles in it. Is your bum gone numb? Is your ass gone numb?
No. Actually, I got another interview. I forgot.
I'll have you because I did say an hour. Don't worry, they can wait. Give me just 2 minutes. Give me a minute. Give me a minute just to wrap it and tell them 10 minutes. Tell them you be 10 minutes. Yeah.
No, I can't do 10 minutes, but I got a minute for you.
You got a minute. I don't even see the super chat of what I told Malachi to put it in. He's not put it in. Big up, Lady Chann.
We can definitely get back together.
This is what we're going to do. Yeah.
Let's do it. We can come back tomorrow.
Do you want to come back tomorrow, Mike?
Let's go.
My G. All right, guys, you heard it. Sorry about sometimes missing the super chats. We are going to do this tomorrow. Mike, I'll chop it up. I'll hit you up and we'll get the time. If you want to do same time, we're good.
Okay.
We'll chop it up. Yeah. All right. Let Mike go, guys. Thank you for all attending. But
we will be back
tomorrow. No, it's not your bad. It's my bad. All right, Mike, go. And
One love.
Salute. Guys, we are going to chop it up tomorrow. Yeah, $2. His bum gone now. Yeah, because I thought, you know, when you see someone wriggling and you think, oh, maybe they've got the pins and needles, you know. But we will get Mike on tomorrow. Definitely, yeah, definitely tomorrow. Guys, please stay locked in at my community tab and I'll put it up. Sorry to the people that had super chatted and I missed it after I made all that commotion. Please just hit me in my Instagram DMs at Lady Chann. Anybody, just hit me with your questions at Lady Chann and we'll get it popping. That's my apologies to you for not getting some of the super chatted questions. And we will get them. Don't worry, Malachi, I can see yours now. And it will be done. Thy will be done. But guys, I am gonna run because I've literally outdone everything. Michael's got his other interview. Lisa, my girl, thank you. We'll continue tomorrow because there's so much. You know me, I like to talk to people for about 2 hours. You know, me can chat, and I just love talking to boxers, like because it's the closest thing to do without being a fighter yourself. So you know, big up you guys, man. Big up. Smash it all night. Mi cariño, todo bien. Espero que tú bien, sí. All right. Yeah. Sammy Ali in the building. Woody in the building. You know, sí, mi hermana. ¿Dónde está mi hermana? 1 second, un momento. Where did you go? There you are, mi hermana. ¿Todo bien? Yep. Mwah. You guys are my family. Like I see you guys every day. I see you guys more than I see my mom. I don't know if it's a good thing or is that a bad thing. So you become my family. Like I appreciate all of you guys like rocking with me big time. So please keep I know, right? No one likes AJ. Please keep in tune. I will have Michael on tomorrow. I'm even more excited. Please leave your questions wherever you want to leave them in the comment section, or if you want to leave them on my DMs on Instagram. Also, add me on Instagram at Lady Chann, all social media, Twitter as well. You can tweet me. Yeah, and like, comment, and subscribe. So I am going to do my original. Hey guys, Lady Chann, nonetheless, come back with Chann. Gone. See you guys tomorrow.